Land as the best proof investment. Hello, once again. Welcome to another edition of The Healthy and Wealthy Mind. My name is Andrew once again. Welcome to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, share, comment in the comment section. Today, we are going to look at land being the best proof asset and why we should invest in raw land. All over the world, for a common man like me and you, or from the rich, land is one of the assets that we need, and it is not increasing no matter what. Land is fixed there in size all over the world. But we need to buy raw land in order to have a portfolio of assets that has grown right for investment. So, if you are to buy raw land, there are some things you should consider while you want to buy the land. One, let's look at the purpose. What is the purpose why you're buying the land? Two, let's look at your income. How much you have, what are your estimations, what are your projections on the amount of the land you want to buy. Three, let's look at the location. I'm going to talk about these three things as a purpose why we are buying the land. So, we shall start with the purpose. Why do you want to buy the land? Are you buying the land for real estate? Are you buying the land for farming? Are you buying the land for resale, which is retail? Whether you want to buy a big piece of land and you want to divide it into small pieces of land, like 50 by 100, so you can resell it to generate an income. So, if you want to buy land for farming, you need to estimate how much land and where you want to buy. No land is small. You buy whatever you can start with. The biggest challenge people face, especially in Africa, because they are looking at so much, I don't have money, this land is very expensive. Start with what you can buy. Even if you start with 1 acre, it's okay. You start with 2 acres, it's okay. If you want to buy land for real estate, you need to buy somewhere that is developing or is developed. But this may be costly in the long term. So it brings me to the point where you need to look at your incomes. If you're still salary based, buy what you can afford. Otherwise, if you're to invest in the land in the cities that is already developed, you'll end up going into debt financing. You will have to take up a loan from the bank. You will have to save too much money to buy this land, of which sometimes you will not have this money. So always start from the income you have, your savings, and what you have for investment. Then 3, let us look at the location. No area is far. You will never buy anywhere and you say it's far, because the land, let's say where you're staying, if it was bought 10 years ago and it was not yet developed as it is now, the people who bought near to this land, they didn't want to go there because they were saying that is far, that is still a bush. No land is far. As long as you buy the land, development will always find you, and development starts with you. When you buy the land, you start a farm, you build some properties there, people will start to come. It will start to attract more and more people. Less than you know, it's already a city. Create value on this land. It will attract more people. So, this is the chapter you've bought the land, because land is your best asset you can buy as proof. after you've bought the land, you have to look at two more things after you've bought the land. One of them, you need to create value on this land. And the second thing, you need to see how this land brings you or generates you a passive income. Two things: create value on the land and also see how it generates you a passive income. I'll start by talking about creating value on the land. There are many people who are buying land, just raw land. They fence it. They don't rush to build. They fence this land, and after fencing this land, they put some few infrastructures, let's say toilet infrastructures and maybe the storage, maybe one store on this land, fence it very well, clear it very well, and leave it there. They have created value, and this land will start to be hired out for people who want to do camping, people who want to do weddings, people who have ceremonies. Secondly, you should ensure more cash flow coming from this land. You can't do agriculture. For example, there is one person I always get inspiration from. He's called Mr. Cashflow, Muhammad Kachika. He has invested a lot of farming activities on his vast land, no matter his other sources of income. So, to create more cash flow, which is a passive income using this land, never stop buying land, buy more and more and more. Then you can grow trees, eucalyptus trees, what we call kalituns. 2, you can rear animals on this land. You can have coffee planted together with matoke on this land. All these things will generate you passive income. That means you're creating value on the land. So if you put these two things into consideration, you will get the best out of your land, and then you will know that land is the best proof asset, because already you're getting the value, which is you're increasing the value of the land. 2, you're getting a cash flow from the land. And 3, most important, the land is appreciating in value. So a common man like me and you, we need to start, especially people who are abroad, start small, buy land as much as possible. Don't rush to build, because the house is taking money but it's not bringing any money. But land will appreciate and also give you a passive income. This is what we all need to do. And always when you buy the land, make sure create a boundary. You can create a boundary with trees. Same, you can refer to person I always get a lot of inspiration from, Muhammad Kachika. This land will stay there and no one will cross its boundaries. So if you don't want to buy land and you want to save money in the bank, this money will face fluctuation. The land you would have bought, especially people abroad, the land you would have bought 5 years ago at 10 million, when you go back to buy the same land, it will cost you 50 millions. But the person who bought it 10 years ago or 5 years ago will have increased its value, will have generated cash flow, and he will still have the same land. So always invest in land. This is the healthy and wealthy mind. Keep it locked. Cheers. Bye-bye.